I'm the current chair of Bromley Voluntary Sector Trust. That's the charity that was set up to run and manage community house in Bromley for all the charities that live there and work there. As chair of trustees, my role is much more hands-on than many of the other trustees. A bit about me, I became involved in being a school governor, a parent governor first, when my children were at school. And then I got involved in local politics and became a local councillor. The reasons for that, I think, is the same as for many people. I wanted to make a difference. And I was a trustee of Bromley Citizens Advice for nearly 25 years, and I'm still currently a trustee of Bromley Relief in Need, which is a small charity that makes grants to people in Bromley in need. But I've been the chair of BVST for the last year, and I've taken over at a time when we're probably facing the biggest challenge that we ever have, in that Bromley Council are selling community house, and my role has been much more involved really in learning about the law of leases and all sorts of things, and also helping guide the trustees as to events, and also supporting the paid staff of the charity. So some of our trustees are very hands-on, and others, unlike I think with many charities, others are very busy and they don't have as much time, but they do have a lot of knowledge. So I can call on trustees who have got a legal background, trustees who have got a financial background, to help me in the day-to-day running of the charity. What do I enjoy most about being a trustee really is, again, trying to make a difference. Volunteers volunteer for all sorts of reasons. I mean, some people volunteer because they've been helped by a charity, want to put that back. I think I've seen that a lot in the food banks, that the volunteers there often have been helped by them. Others become involved because they want to give something back. They know they've got some knowledge. Some people, when they retire, need something to fill their time, and they again have a vast array of knowledge and can bring a lot to the charity.
So what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about becoming a trustee?
Right. I think you've got to decide what your interests are, what type of charity you would like to help, and how much time you can give to it. I mean, I think it's very useful if you apply to be a trustee, and BVST are about to put another advert in Community Links for trustees. So if you want to come along and join us, but you have to decide how much time you can give and how much time you want to give. And you need to be honest about that when you're talking to the board before you actually accept becoming a trustee. Because, for example, at the moment, I have a great need of people who know about finance, and a great need of people who know about legal aspects, but also people who know about social media. And that's something that I think a lot of charities need, because one of the things I have discovered is that nowadays your website and your LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and all that is very important, especially if you're trying to raise funds. So that's the advice I would give. And anybody I interview, I explain to them that what I would like them to do. As I say, if somebody says, look, I'd like to be involved, but I haven't got a great deal of time. But you can always email me and I'll come to all the meetings. Then that's fine. But I do also need some people who can give a bit more time than that. And I think that's the same for all charities. And I've found that, especially being the chair this year. I've had quite a steep learning curve. We've had with our staff, we've had problems and shortages. We've got over that now, but I have actually spent quite a lot of time in Community House on the front desk and working with the staff there, which is fine. I'm retired. I had intended to spend a bit more time on the garden this year, but that hasn't happened. But it's good. Community House is an important resource, not just for the charities that are in there, but all the volunteers and all the people that the charities in Community House help and serve. So that would be my advice.